Hey, guess what? It is Wednesday again, and it is time for an encouraging word, and I'm grateful to be with you today. And what a great day. We did have some snow yesterday and a little bit of breeze today, kind of blowing it around, but it's a reminder that we live in Minnesota. If you're from Minnesota, we live in Minnesota for a very good reason. That's the change of seasons, and so we give God glory for his constant change for us that keeps things fresh for us. Hey, have you ever been to an amusement park and gotten on a ride that was so scary that you had to grip onto it with both hands? You couldn't let go. Maybe a roller coaster, or maybe a tilt-a-whirl when you were younger, or maybe the scrambler. One of those, if you remember back in your childhood days, some of the rides that were they were fearful rides for you for whatever reason. So when you got in and you got buckled in your seat, or the guard came down over your lap, you hung on with both hands for fear that you'd fall out. And I kind of want to take that idea of grabbing out with both hands and apply it to a scripture verse today, written in the book of Romans chapter 12. And Paul is making an encouragement to the church. And he is talking about love and how love needs to be central to our relationships, not only with each other, but with the Lord himself, of course. And so in verse number 9, he says this, in chapter 12, he says this: "Let love be without hypocrisy. Abhor what is evil. Cling to what is good." And I looked at that verse and I was thinking about it a little bit, and I kind of, in my mind, kind of thought back about the carnival days when I would ride these rides and I would have to hold on with both hands and for dear life. And I think that is the meaning in the Greek behind this word, is that when we cling to something, as Adam was told that he should cleave unto his wife and they should become one flesh, it is the idea that we use whatever effort we have to not only get a hold of something, but maintain our hold on that thing. And so I want you to grasp that idea with me today as we look at this verse and realize that love is central to our relationship with Christ and with each other, and it should be without any kind of benefit for us. A godly love always benefits somebody else. Now, we may receive something in return because we love somebody, but it's not supposed to be the motivation for our love for somebody. We are supposed to be motivated to love because God loved us. But if we're going to cling to what is good, we're not going to have any hands open to grab anything evil. If we're going to turn away or abhor or turn our back on things that are evil, it's going to be the only way that we're going to be able to cling to what is good. And in fact, using both hands. And I thought just in my mind, thought about a youngster who grabs the leg of an adult that's her parent, and they grab on with their arms and their legs wrap around the legs, and you can't get them off because their whole being is around that person's leg. Same type of thing when it comes to what is good. And we know that only good things come from God. He is the only one that is good, that all good things come from above, from the Father of lights, right? And so when we're going to cling to what is good, remember, we're clinging to what is godly. We're clinging to what is pure and holy and righteous, and we're using whatever effort that we have to maintain that. And so thinking about that in our minds for just a minute, I want you just to kind of take a moment, and I want you to think about the things that God has shown you in his word, or things that he's revealed to you as he's spoken to you that are good things. And I want you to cling to those things. I want you to grab a hold of them and make them foundational, and don't reach out an arm for something else the world has to offer, but cling to what is good, using both hands and your legs, if necessary, spiritually speaking, to grab a hold of and to let what God has given you be an integral part of your life. Remember, Paul gives us encouragement so that we might be totally sold out for Jesus Christ and for what is good in him. May you find that an encouragement today. And as always, have a great day in Jesus.